Hello and welcome back to part 5 of my learning to play playthrough of White Star Rising, part of the Nations at War series from L'nL Publishing. And the scenario we're doing is let's get this liberation going. In the last video we saw the Americans get a foothold in this town here and pushing out this stack of German units. The Germans though have their reinforcements at last, and the victory conditions, as you know, is that the Americans have to control the 3 towns here. Now, having a quick reread of the scenario victory conditions, unfortunately for the Americans, it does say to win, the Americans must control all hexes of these 3 towns. So they still haven't got control of this, and they've got to get control of hexes of that town. And as I said last time, wasn't sure whether or not control means physical control of the hex, or if they move through, they have control of it as they were the last units to go through those hexes, and that is indeed the case. Even if the Germans move out of here, as long as the Americans don't occupy those hexes, they still control them. And as you can see, there's only a couple of turns left. As per normal, let's get the decks shuffled. So here we are. Right. And solo. Let's pop those in. I feel I'm not using the solo assistant 100% correctly, but as I say, this is the first time I've used it, and I feel that as time goes on it'll become easier to use, but I am enjoying it. Right, here we go with turn 8. First card. It's the infantry. Right. Let's have a little zoom in. There we go. First thing is, remove the markers. We've done that. Check to see if we're in command. The infantry, as you probably know by now, have a command radius of 4, so everybody's okay. Perform rallies. We do indeed have a disrupted unit here. I don't think we've got anything else. So, morale of 6. Let's see if we can rally that unit. 6 or less. I must admit, the Americans haven't been that great at rallying. Okay, they're still disrupted, so they're... But this can fire. This top one can fire. It's a soft target, so we'd be using the bottom stats. 2, 2, 5. We are at close range. I was hoping to do an assault into there, but not yet. So as they are at reduced range, the to hit number goes down. So it is now 2 dice at 4. Let's see if we can do something. We're going after the flak. So let's see if we can get that. 2 at 4. Good grief. I should cocoa. Right. No. Well, I want to try and disrupt at least that flak, because I want to move these around. I want to get this in a position so it can assault. So the HQ stack, we've got heavy machine gun there, if you remember. So we're going to use that to see if we can attack that flak gun. Gives a +1 to range and a +1 to the firepower, so we're okay for range. 1, 2. And we're going to throw 3 dice and see if we can get 5s. Here we go. Oh, sorry about the continuity. I actually did the attack and completely messed up, throwing too many dice for some weird reason, so we're doing it again. It is 3 at 5, and we get a 2 leadership modifier from the HQ, so we're throwing 5 at 5. Let's see. Good grief. Well, there you go. Didn't really matter. A miss. Right, this one here. Can we do anything with that? 1, 2, we're in range, so we're going to throw 2 dice at 5. This video malarkey is hard work. Oh, that's better. Look at that, 2. So we get 2 hits against that flak. That flak can roll to save. It gets 2d6 to save. It needs 5 or more. Gets 1. So that flak, oops, is disrupted. Come here. Oh. Trust me, it'd be worse with my fingers. Okay. So that is all done. And is also marked Ops Complete. Now this one, I'm going to take a chance. I want to move it out of the way. It was silly of me to move it there. I'm going to move it here, but this does mean that this infantry can have an ops fire, but I'm willing to take the chance. So we're going to move it 1. Getting a bit crowded down there. And this is going to try to ops fire. It's at reduced range. It's got stats for HE at 225. So let's see. Well, there it is, right at the end there. Assault, no, fire. So it's going to ops fire at us. It does get 2 dice at 4 because of the reduced range. 2 dice at 4. Oh, let's hope. Oh, it gets 1. This has no save because it's soft and in the open and gets disrupted. But that does mean whoops. So that is ops fired now and gets ops complete. That can't do anything else, so that is also ops complete. This one is going to assault. I think it's okay. Was it the reduced? No, it's the good one. That's the reduced one, isn't it? Yes. So this is going to move in. It will take 1 extra to get into the town. It's 1 movement point to get into a town or city. So 1 extra is going to be 2, 1, 2, 3, just enough. So that is assaulting. Oh, it's getting a bit crowded. Now, the Americans throw 6 dice and need 4s. Wish us luck. Oh, not too bad. What do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. Now these get 3 dice. But I think that's disrupted. Now, just checking something. Because that is disrupted, its assault to hit number is not 4, it is 6. So they're going to throw 2 and try and get 6. Whoa. That's it. So 2, let's leave that over there a minute. 2 at 4, which becomes 2 at 6. No, they miss. So it's just the infantry who throw 3 and try and get 4s. And they only get 1. Running out of room here. So four hits. It has to be distributed evenly. So that flak gets 1 hit and this gets 1 hit. So this is disrupted. This is already disrupted, so it gets reduced. And on the back of that unit is its transport, so to speak. So we have to get the reduced flak. So that's 2 of the hits. Whoops. That gets reduced. Come here. There we are. And that gets eliminated. I hope that's right. And that goes on the casualties. And as the defender received more hits than the attacker, it has to retreat its full movement value, just like this one, away from the assaulting units. So 3, 1, 2, 3. That is ops complete. This now has to receive 1 hit, so the bottom one will be disrupted. Brutal, the assaults. And marked ops complete. Whew. Get those out of the way, there we are. It's just this stack here. So a bit of a traffic jam. You need to get up and get up the road there. We've got the German reinforcements. We'll bring these down in case these start to get a bit above their station. 1, 2, 3. That's in that hex. We do now control all the hexes of that town, so that's 2 out of the 3. Okay, that's it, I think. Just ops complete on them. And there we are. Next card. It's the Germans. So we just remove, oh, can't see that, just remove, I'll actually come out. Oh, wrong way, as always. There we are. So just remove that ops complete. That is everything, isn't it? Oops. This is, yeah, these are the Americans. Americans, yeah. So, move markers, check command status. Well, that's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one isn't, so they've both got to check. Whoops. This one can check to see if it can get undisrupted, but this one is going to check first. Oh, did I use the wrong dice? To see if it can be in command. Germans have a morale of 7. So 7 or less. No. They're out of command. This one is checking to see if it can get rid of that disrupted token. I think that's all there is there. Let me just excuse fingers. Yeah, ooh. Right. 7 or less. They do it, they're undisrupted. Oops, sorry, there we go. Next thing is the fire missions. 1, 2, 1, 2. These two are in range. We've got infantry there. And the tanks there. So let's see if they do a fire mission this time. We want anything that says that on any of the priority orders. Here we go. There it is, on board, indirect fire. I think it's more worthwhile to try and attack the infantry. It's also disrupted. I think what we got there. Oh no, it's a oh yeah, that's the single one, isn't it? Yeah. So it's going for that. Remember, it's got a stats of 14 to 5, so even though it's in close range, it doesn't get any bonuses. So 2 dice at 5. Gets a hit, and unfortunately, there is nothing it can do to save. It's already disrupted, so it gets reduced. And ops complete. Oh, apologies, I've had to rewind. As I mentioned in the video, I completely forgot to check the command status of the German reinforcements and was merrily hurtling through the activation for the Germans. So we'll do that now. I know we've done the fire mission, but we'll check for status now. They are potentially out of command because the radius or the range is 4, and they're more than 4 hexes away from the HQ there. So they have to throw 7 or less, otherwise they're out of command and can't do anything. So we do the Stück first. Yep, they're fine. Whoops, that was a 6. And the Pioneer platoon. Yeah, they're fine as well. So they're all okay. Right, back to the activation. We'll leave those there for a minute. I want to try these because the 2 infantry platoons here, I think this one, because it gets the leadership modification of 2 firepower, I think we're going to go after this lone, disrupted and reduced infantry unit. So, if we get the okay from the solo assistant, that'll be 4 dice at 5 because they are in range 1, 2, and their stats are 2, 2, 5. So let's see what it says. Yellow. Fire closest vehicle. Off-board or on-board indirect fire. Move and fire. No. So what we'll do then is move down, I think this is what you do, and we'll move down into the secondary, but any unit that isn't under an ops complete marker can use these. So the first one doesn't apply. Disrupted, no. Highest firepower enemy to a unit that just fired, or just acted rather. No. AEO closest to an ops complete unit, or VO, that's victory objective, move towards. Well, I don't really want to. I'll tell you what, we're going to use this for this. This is the nearest. I want to move these out, so I'm going to move it 1. So we're now in range. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to move these there. So, yep, we'll use that one. And they're ops complete. They still control the town because they were the last units to go through this hex here, or these hexes here. So we'll try again. Let's see if this fires on this unit here. We're on the yellow. On board. Oh, fire. Closest infantry. Yes. So this one is going to fire on this infantry, this reduced infantry platoon. Remember, that gets another 2 firepower. So it's 4 at 5. It only needs to hit once because that's in the open. There is no save for that infantry platoon. Let's see. Oh, well, anyway, we've got a 5. That missed the the dice tower, but we've got a 5. So this can't save. It's in the open. It's already disrupted. It's already reduced, so it's eliminated and goes on the casualties part of the turn record track. So they're done. This one, I think, wants to fire at these. It is at extended range, so it will make their to hit come down by 1. I'll get it in focus. There we go. 1, 2, 5 becomes 1, 2, 6 if we get the OK from the solo assistant. So it'll be 2 at 6 if it says so. It's on the blue. Good order AEO is less than good order. Oh. So there it is in the rules. Good artificial enemy opponent is less than good order player units. And I think it means if the current, it says if the current number of good order enemy opponents is less than the current number of good order player units. Well, it is. They've got far more. And it says it passes, it gets the wobbles. So no, but it's still okay for opportunity fire. So we'll move that, put that on there, that on there. Ops complete for those, and they're still able to do stuff if they can. It's just these now. These are the guys with the heavy machine guns. They are reduced, so they're in range. Well, remember they get an extra 1 to their range, so they're actually 3 and an extra firepower, so they're actually 3, 2, 5, and they're going to have a go. Yeah, I think they'll have a go at, well, they'll have a go at the good order one if they can. They are in normal range. Let's see what the solo assistant says. Move and fire. Fire closest vehicle. That'll be, no, that's out of range. So it's one of those again. No, So we move down to the next one, and it's one of those again, so we have to pass, but we'll try it with this reduced platoon, see what that says on the yellow. Fire! They're not going to do a low risk movement because that would be daft. They can't do a low risk movement towards, so they're going to fire. So one of them fires. So we'll say it's this one, so we can put the ops complete on them. So they are at normal range, 1, 2. And they're firing the good order 1. So it's 2 dice at 5 because they get the extra 1 from the heavy machine gun. 2 dice at 5. They get a hit. These cannot save because they're in the open. Yep. So that good order unit is now disrupted. Plop. And they are all, well no, that one isn't ops complete. That one is ops complete because it fired. This one is still eligible for ops fire. If the tanks move, I'm not sure, these won't do anything. That's it. Next. It's the armour. Here we go. Remove markers. Check command status. Yes, we're okay. There's no fire missions, so any rallies? No, I think we're okay. Right, we're all right. Bit of trouble really, because no, they can't do ops fire at extended range. Cards won't allow that. So I think we're all right. We can move, but we're going to be careful not to get out of command range. I think what we'll do is move 1. Oh, hold on. We'll get in. We'll be in range of that armour unit then. I think we'll go around the houses. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, hold on. Is that classed? That's going to be classed as woods, isn't it? Time is moving on. Doesn't cost any more to get down the hill. So if we go 1, 2, 3, that can fire, I think. It's in range, its stats are 1, 2, 5. Let's see if it does. It's on the normal yellow. Fire, there's a fire, there it is. Fire. So it's going to fire at us, ops fire. Ooh. So it's 2 at 5. It gets a hit. This does have saved. Oh, which one was it going for? I keep forgetting, don't I? Let's do it. Let's say odds even. Oh, it's going for the good order 1. Does get a save though, as it's using armour piercing. So it gets 3 at 6. No! Put pay to that plan. Disrupted. I think we'll ops complete it. I don't think we're doing anything else with that. But this is now, whoops, ops complete. And this here, I think we're just going to move down, make sure we're in command. Just going to move straight down here. Nobody can do anything because they're all ops complete. And that's it. Whoa, crikey. Now biting. Oh, hold on. This one can... Oh, no, it can't because it's out of range. It's long range. I'll have to come up with a better house rule. You'll probably get one. Maybe throw a die or something like that for long range. But I've said it, so we'll keep that there. Right, that's it. Next card is Chaos. Right. It's just the Americans to come in, so we need a 1 or a 2. If not, it goes back in the deck. 1! Oh! So, where are the boys? Here they are. We've got a couple of these coming in. The paras. You can see there's their stats. You can also see there's a little plus by the 3 in its assault stats there. That means it will throw 3 dice and try and get 4 if it assaults, and if it gets a bad one, it can re-roll one of its firepower. So there's a couple of those, and a reduced HQ. Right. And they can come in either here at the end of this road or at the end of this road. I think, oops, and I think that might be more prudent. So they're coming in here, and their activation card gets shuffled into the 2 cards, which probably in turn things. So I'll give them a shuffle. I'm not looking, but then I'm going to do it behind my back, just so nobody moans, including me. There we are. That's as good as I can do it. I haven't got a clue what's there. Right. Next card. Let's come back up. Next card is, it's an end turn. Is the next card an end turn? No, it is. The paras, they're coming in. So, pop that over there. Obviously the last card is the end turn. So I think what we'll do is they've got a movement of 3, isn't it? Yes. We're just going to move over. What's these going to do though? Pioneers have got a range. No, they can't do anything. They've got 2. These have got extended range of, well, no, so they've got a range of 3. So we can move in. We'll cross that bridge, as they say, when we get to it. So they're coming across here. 1, 2, 3. And that's it. And the last card, whoops, is another end turn. So let's just come out a bit. There we are. And we will remove the Ops Complete markers. All that remains to do is move the turn marker. And we're on turn 9. Right, so I think we'll leave it there. The excitement is all too much for me. So that means we'll have one last video, I think, for the last 2 turns. So, hope you're still enjoying it. If you are, please subscribe, push the bell, leave a comment for the video. It all helps the little channel. And as always, thank you very much to my subscribers. So, what will happen? It looks dire for the Americans. They've got to dislodge these units here, and they've got a couple here that may counterattack. So we'll see. So until then, you take care and stay safe, and goodbye.